Hello everyone! Today we are going to talk about the differences between two words, nation and state. And we are going to use this drawing as an example to illustrate the differences and similarities between these two concepts. We see France, the territory, its rivers, cities. In it, we would have the population, animals, plants, and other things as well. Some of these things belong to the French state, some of those belong to the French nation, and there is a space in which they mix. So let's try to understand. Yes, France is a country, but at the same time it is a national state. Like Britain, like England, like Spain, like Germany, like the United States, like Mexico, France is a national state. So, we have also in here things that are representative of the French state. The French state today, in the present, it is defined by the French people in a document that it is the French Constitution. In the French Constitution, the French people get to say what they are as a state. Okay, they say in this document when the state finishes and when it begins. In theory, we have also in here the president of the government. He represents the government. The government is part of the French state. And so many other things are part of the French state. Public things are part of the French state. Schools, public schools, parks, so many other things are part of the French state. These are public things and they are determined by law. Let's remember that. So, we also have other things as well. Things that belong to history and especially traditions. Because the concept of nation, in contrast with the concept state, is not defined by law. The concept nation is defined by traditions, by what the French people assume they are in their imagination, in reality. Yes? So, French food, music, the languages they speak, the way of living as French people. History is very important here. So we have a very important thing to say here. Not always the state was the way it is now. For example, in the 18th century, France had no constitution. They had no constitution. The king had a phrase. The King Louis XIV had a phrase, and he says, "The state is me. I am the state. I represent the state. I am at the center of everything that is France, and wherever I reach, wherever I am, there is the state. Wherever my power reaches is the reach of the French state." Okay? But something happened in the year 1789, the French Revolution. In the French Revolution, the French society came into a very violent series of events. In the end, after the French Revolution, the French state separated itself from the monarchy. They said, no, you are not going to rule us anymore. You're not going to be part of the French state, with the monarchy. And also they separated the French state from, for example, religion. Today, the French state is free of religion. They have no religion. They are not obliged to one religion. Some national states have religion. let's make that clear. Some national states today have religion. France is a state free of religion. To summarize, we can associate the state to the law. What those things that France is like a state, it is written and it is determined by law. France is a democracy. This is very, very important to understand. The law is written by the French people, not by the king, not by this character. They separated themselves from that idea. But also France is a nation, and nation is what makes people traditionally French. The language, the food they eat, what they like to sing, the way they celebrate some parties. And to finish, here is the French rooster, a symbol of the French national state. It was taken like a symbol to the French people. It is very important, and it represents the French government at some point said, this is what we are as a nation. So thank you for your attention. See you next time.